Why, hello there. It's a new background. It's a new view of the microphone. It's kind of offsetting light. I haven't had a chance to set up the lights yet. But you know what else? This is most of what some of you can see. At least if you're in western Texas this morning, because it's foggier than the dickens. Let's talk about when that's going to clear up in our next chance of rain in this Wednesday edition of the Texas Weather Roundup. Good morning. It is Wednesday, the 15th of November, 2023. I'm Texas Storm Chasers Boldy-in-Chief David Ryan. Typically, right now, you'd be seeing my face, but I forgot to enable the automatic switcheroo machine that lets the scene switch over to my face. You see, I'm using a different computer than I normally use. I'm using Lappy instead of Desky, because Desky's located about 1,500 miles away from where I'm located for the next 2 months or so. So we're going to be using Happy Lappy. You might be noticing I'm using filler because we don't have a lot to talk about over the next few days outside of some fog this morning. Let's just go ahead and pop on over to the Resolution Rapid Refresh model. And as we continue, hey, that's not what I wanted to show you. That is, though, you see, it wouldn't be a Texas Weather Roundup, especially a Hump Day edition, if I didn't hit the wrong button a couple times. One day, maybe a few years from now, I'll actually get to the point to where this was actually a super duper professional thing. But until then, no. Not going to happen, I'm afraid. But what is happening this morning is dense fog across the western third of Texas. Some of those visibilities under 1/2 mile. And it may take until about 10, 11 a.m. for all that fog to burn off. There's even some indications it may be early afternoon across West Texas into the Permian Basin. Otherwise, as we head through today, not a whole lot going on. It's going to be mostly sunny to partly cloudy across most of the state this afternoon. As we get into this evening and tonight, we're going to see cloud cover increase. And that cloud cover will continue into tomorrow. Thursday looking mostly cloudy across most of the state. We may have dense fog once again across the western third of Texas tonight into Thursday morning. And we may add in portions of the hill country, South Texas, maybe even the Brazos Valley into some of that foggy behavior tonight and tomorrow morning. And just like today, it's going to be mid to late morning before all that fog burns off. Precipitation-wise, not expecting anything, really. Maybe 1/100th of an inch if you get really dense fog and it's enough to trip some moisture into a rain gauge. Now, as we head into the weekend, this is when we're going to have our next chance of precipitation. It looks like a Sunday-Monday thing at this point. Saturday looks mostly dry across the state. Windy, mind you, it's going to be windy Saturday, Sunday, Monday. As we head into Sunday, area of low pressure across the Panhandle, Kansas spins up. Southerly winds get cranking. Scattered showers and thunderstorms. Eastern half of Texas. Timing still up in the air a bit at this point. We'll just say Sunday afternoon through Monday morning. Snowstorms move east into Arkansas, Louisiana. Crashy the cold front comes flying on in Sunday night and Monday. Much cooler conditions behind that front with gusty northwest winds. We may have some wraparound moisture on the backside of the area of low pressure at this point, expected to be in eastern Oklahoma, Arkansas on Monday. And maybe Tuesday morning. Light to moderate precipitation with that. If that wraparound moisture happens, you may notice this model's trying to pin out a little bit of a winter mix, and we'll have to keep a close eye on the thermals or the temperatures in the atmosphere in case that tries to happen. But at this point, don't bet on it. It's not something I'm super worried about. But again, that's going to be our next chance of precipitation. Sunday, Monday, maybe Tuesday morning. Until then, well, it's going to be warm. Today's high temperatures this day, we're looking at 60s and 70s. Even with the fog this morning, it's going to be warm this afternoon. Certainly nice for 8 days before Thanksgiving. So we head into Thursday. We're going to crank those temperatures up, even with the increased cloud cover. Most of that will be upper level clouds, but still enough to cause the sun to have to get filtered through that a bit. Still, we're looking at middle to upper 70s across most of Texas, upper 60s to low 70s in the Arklatex, about 10 to 15 degrees above where we should be for mid-November. Nope, I'm not doing it again. Mid-November. I caught it this time. I didn't yesterday, but I did this time. As we head into Friday, we're going to have a weak cool front move across the northwestern third to the northwestern half of Texas, knocking high temperatures back into the upper 50s to 60s. Southeastern half of Texas, 70s to lower 80s. And again, not really expecting precipitation with this. It's just going to be a wind shift and a bit of a temperature difference. Saturday, we'll even it out across the state. 60s, northwest half of Texas, mostly, maybe a 70. Southeastern half of Texas, we're looking at low to upper 70s. And then on Sunday, we'll generally be right around 61 degrees in Texarkana and the Arklatex, 60s in the Panhandle and far west Texas around El Paso, all the way up into the 70s to lower 80s by the time you get into the Rio Grande Plains and Rio Grande Valley. Temperatures will drop off as we get into Monday and Tuesday as a cold front arrives from the north with gusty winds, etc. And again, Sunday, the chance for precipitation, especially across the eastern half of Texas. For your Wednesday edition of the Texas Weather Roundup, as always, your local weather, interactive weather radars, storm chasing videos, and more in the free Texas Chasers mobile app. And as always, visit us on the web, texasstormchasers.com. We'll chat with y'all again Thursday morning. Make it a good Wednesday. God bless. Bye-bye.